I have worked with thousands of guys over the last 21 years. Yes, 21. I started when I was 7. And here's something I notice a lot. 90% of men lose their chance with a woman within 60 seconds of meeting her. And it's all because of one innocent mistake they make during the conversation. And in this video, I want to tell you about what that mistake is and give you a real life example of it and show you the simple shift you can make to avoid this mistake and actually get women interested in you when they meet you for the first time. And I'm also going to give you an exercise at the end of this video that's guaranteed to make you a more attractive talker than 90% of the men out there. So pay attention and watch till the very end. My name is Marnie, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl. Every week, I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. So what is this innocent mistake men are making during conversation? Well, I like to call this the interview mistake. You see, after breaking the ice with a woman, most guys immediately start bombarding her with question after question after question after question. And I'm repeating this like that so you can see and understand how it feels from the female point of view. It's daunting, it's exhausting, and it's downright boring. Interview mode is when a guy shoots questions at a woman but never appears to actually hear the answer or care. He simply gets her answer and then goes on to the next question without diving deeper or responding to what's been shared by her. And this creates annoyance for the woman and a feeling of depletion where she thinks, what the heck am I answering your questions for if you don't even care about what I have to say? Now, as your wing girl, I know that this is not what's going on. But to women, it's exactly how it feels. So let me give you an example of what I mean so that you totally understand. So you can also tell me if you've ever done this before. So just the other day, this guy came up to me at my gym and he asked, "Hi, I've never seen you before. Are you new?" And I replied, no, because it's true. I come here often. I typically come at a different time though. And then he says, "Oh, okay. Where are you from?" I say, "I'm from Toronto, but I've been here in LA for almost 20 plus years now." And he goes, "Oh, okay. What do you do?" And then I reply, "I have my own business." And he instantly goes into, "What kind of business?" And at this point, I was in no mood to talk any further. I just wanted to return to my workout. So I told him very politely, "It's an online coaching business." Anyways, sorry, I have to cut you off, but I have to get going now. I'm running really late, so I should get back to my workout. It was nice meeting you though. The end. I was bored. And trust me, this is the typical response that you will get from women when you fall into interview mode. It's difficult for us to emotionally engage if all you're doing is asking question after question. So what should you do instead? Well, you don't have to avoid questions altogether because that's where you get info from. Even boring get to know you questions because you got to start the conversation somewhere. It's not a crime to ask a question, of course. However, here's what I want you to do from now on. Anytime you are talking to a woman and you ask a question, follow up her answer with a statement rather than simply moving on to the next question. This not only shows that you're listening to her, but usually opens up the conversation to naturally move towards more fun or interesting topics. And more importantly, it helps keep the conversation from turning into a boring interview. So here's an example. You ask her, "So where are you from?" She says, or I say, "I'm from Toronto, but I moved here, 20 years ago. I live in LA now." Then you could go, "Interesting. I've been to Toronto. The people are really nice, but I went during winter and it was cold as hell at that time." This might prompt her to think of other things to say, but she might say, "Oh yeah, the winters can be freezing at times. Where are you from?" And now it feels like a more natural back and forth conversation. If you want to make it even better, you could use her answer as an opportunity to tease her. So here's how, and bear with me, okay? You ask, "So where are you from?" "I'm from Toronto, but I moved here to LA when I was 20 years old." You could say something like, "Interesting. I've been to Toronto. The people are really nice, but you look a little bit troubled. I haven't decided yet." She may smile and say something like, "Really? What makes you say that?" Or she may not like it. Or maybe, "I don't think I'm like a typical Canadian." And just like that, you've added some fun and flirtation to the conversation. You've added a layer. Okay, here's another example of this. You ask the woman, "So do you have any pets?" Again, a question, not a crazy question. She goes, yeah, I actually have I have 2 cats. Oh, okay, so you're one of those cat ladies. Interesting. With a cheeky smirk, so she knows that you're teasing her, and she'll probably be like, stop it. No, I'm not one of those crazy cat women. I just love cats. Okay, that's my thing. And at this point, you can joke around even further with her. You could also be like, well, I'm a dog man myself. I actually have a 12-year-old poodle. How old are your cats? This just furthers the conversation. See how this works? You ask a question, she replies, you actually listen, and then you follow up with something playful or just a comment about what she said. And now I know some guys will be wondering, Marnie, so do I need to do this with every single question? How many questions can I ask in a row? Again, you're thinking very linear. Or you might be thinking, what if I can't think of something to follow up with and only another question comes to mind? And I totally get your concerns. Some questions just follow other questions. I get questions every time I'm working with clients to explain this concept. But instead of answering these questions one by one, I want to give you a practical exercise to try. And I want to try you to try this for 2 weeks. And I promise you will get rid of your tendency to fall into interview mode with women. And all your questions around it will be answered. I call this exercise 3 strikes and you're out. Okay? So here's how it works. For the next 2 weeks, I want you to talk to as many women as you can. Okay, and as you can is not one. It doesn't matter if you want to date them or not. Just talk to women you don't know. And when you're talking, remember this. You are not allowed to ask more than 3 questions in a row. If you ask 3 questions, you're out. You'll need to leave the interaction. Eject yourself right then and there. This means when asking questions, your focus should be on what she's saying and responding with a comment, story, tease, or a joke. There are no wrong answers here. You don't always have to say something witty or interesting in response to what she says. And obviously at times you can follow up with just a question or a combination of a comment followed by another question or a joke followed by a question. Whatever. That is all fine. The only rule is that you can't do 3 questions in a row. That is it. Doesn't matter how amazing or average your replies are to her answers. Your only job is to avoid asking 3 questions in a row. And if you take this seriously for 2 weeks, I promise you this. You will turn into a more attractive talker than 90% of men out there. Now, if you're interested in uncovering the next step to making a woman want you and feel sexually attracted to you, then I have something for you, and you can click the description, link in the description below, and check out my top-rated program, The F Formula, which gives you a simple step-by-step breakdown on how to have flirty conversations with women that flow smoothly from start to finish. Build chemistry, rapport, and attraction. It even gives you a ton of examples of exactly what to say to a woman to make her want you in a sexual way instead of just seeing you as a friend. And what's more, thousands of guys have used the F formula to attract beautiful women into their lives. So there's no reason why it can't do the same thing for you. So to find out everything about the F formula, how to use it, what it is, click the link below and in the description because I've made you a special video that tells you all about how it works. Again, click the link down below for the F formula. I hope you found this video useful, and as always, I will see you next week.